Hello and welcome to our video. My name is John Watts. I'm a lawyer in Alabama who helps consumers who have been sued by debt collectors. And if you are going to handle the case on your own, you're going to represent yourself, and that is certainly one of your 5 options that you have, then my recommendation is you go watch some trials before your debt collection trial actually goes to trial. So before your case gets to trial, I want you to go to the courthouse, to your judge, not some other judge, but your judge, and watch trials there. Watch what happens with cases. Now, we're primarily talking about if you're sued in small claims or district court. Circuit court, I'll just be very blunt with you. You shouldn't be doing those on your own. And if you are, then we can talk and maybe I can give you some other thoughts. But small claims or district court, when trial is set, there's typically 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 cases set. And I want you to have experienced all of this before your actual trial date. So you call up the court, you say, hey, I'd like to come watch some trials. I have a small claim set, August 1st. And they'll say, oh, yeah, come next Monday or Thursday at 9 o'clock. We have cases set. Great. So you get to the courthouse, you figure out where the courthouse is. Figure out about parking. Figure out about getting through security. All these sound kind of silly, but I can tell you there have been lots of people that have lost their cases because they didn't know how to get to the courthouse. Or they didn't count on parking maybe being a little difficult. Or they didn't know how to get through security. Or they sat in the wrong courtroom. But see, if you know your judge is Judge Jones and she's in courtroom number 2, you go to courtroom number 2. So you know exactly how to get there. And then you watch what happens. Is it very formal? Is it kind of informal? What do people do there? And a couple things you'll notice. Number 1, you'll notice most people represent themselves don't even show up. They lose a default judgment. So they filed an answer, and then their trial date, they just disappear. And so that'll be a very good reminder to say, oh, I need to be here, because you'll lose if you're not there. So that's number 1. Number 2 is you'll see that in these debt collection cases, which are almost all the cases in small claims or district court, the lawyer will say, hey, I'm here for LVNV or Midland Funding or whoever, and then they'll look around and say, all right, where's Miss Smith? Miss Smith. And then you'll see Miss Smith will raise her hand, and they'll say, let's go out in the hallway and talk. And almost always they come back in the courtroom and they say, we've agreed to a judgment. Now, you don't know exactly what they said out there, but that should be a clue. And you say, okay, when they take me out in the hallway, they're trying to get me to agree to a judgment. And then if a case actually tries, which is pretty unusual, but if it actually tries, then you'll get to see, well, how does a judge act? What does he seem to like? What does she like? What does she dislike? Just what about it? Because this particular judge over here, he may be very, I hate to say abrupt, but we'll say very efficient. And he wants things moving along like that. This judge over here, she may say, you know what, this is these folks' day in court. I'm going to give them a chance to talk. He may be very formal, she may be informal, or vice versa. You want to know how your judge is. So if you'll do this, then the day of your trial, I'm not saying you won't be nervous. I'll say this. If you're not nervous, something's wrong. Okay? You should be nervous because this is important. You're walking into trial. But you won't be nervous because you say, I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't even know where the courtroom is. I don't know how to get to the courthouse. I don't know how to get through security. You've gone through all that. Now you get to your trial and you watch, the lawyer will stand up, say, I'm here representing Midland, and they call out your name, and you say, I'm here, and the judge says, why don't y'all go talk? He takes you down the hallway, says, let's work this out, and we'll just get a little, what's called consent judgment. It's no big deal, and you'll know that that's coming. It won't be a surprise for you. Now, you can do whatever you want if you represent yourself. Most people I know, though, will not agree to that. They go back in and try their case because they understand these debt collectors many times do not have the ability or the willingness, doesn't matter which, they don't have the ability or the willingness to prove their case. And if they can't prove their case, then they lose. So if you want to talk about this, you say, well, I'm trying to figure out which of my 5 options, or maybe you have already spoken with us and you go, I remember that guy John Watts saying there's something about going and watching trials. And hopefully this video has helped you. If we can help you in any way directly, just pick up the phone, give us a call, 205-879-2447, or you can reach us through alabamaconsumer.com. Appreciate you watching this video and wish you the best of luck with your trial. Thanks. Bye-bye.